Hello everyone, Krilchan here. This is week 11 of the European LCS and I'm here now with Amazing from the Copenhagen Wolves. 2-1 so far in Super Week. How would you rate your performance?
Well, 2-1 is obviously good because we planned to kind of lose one game. We expected that. We won versus them, which is kind of a surprise for us, especially considering our record so far versus them. We're 0-3, made it 1-4, 1-3 I mean, and we brought out the Heimatdinger, which is a specific pick for us, and we're really happy that it works on stage.
Yeah, you're the only ones who have played him so far. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Like people are less innovative than us, are maybe thinking less risky than us. Heimatdinger is obviously a pick that can work really well, but can also work really bad for the team because it's kind of easy to gank, prior to 6 especially. But most people may have not used the potential of Heimatdinger yet, so I don't know.
We've seen you play Elise today, and a lot of people said that she might be too weak after her changes, but I guess you don't think so?
The thing is, like Impale, I played Elise. I played Elise per se as a champion is okay still. She could be better in the sense that her damage is obviously lower than most champions, like something like Lee Sin would out-damage her from 1 to 4, Eve will out-damage her from 1 to 4, and even afterwards. But she still offers that utility, the dive potential especially because she has this repel. And her kit per se hasn't been changed, it's only her damage output, and so far with the changes, like I don't think that it has impacted her too much. She has been a bit low on the tier list now, like that other champions or other junglers are better than her, and she's not the dominating king of the jungle anymore, aside from Lee Sin. Yeah, I just think that Lee's got a bit weaker, but she's still really viable, really.
So we expected to see a lot of changes to Lee Sin, at least that's what was said on the PBE, yet they released the new patch notes last night, and there's only a slight change. Are you happy with that?
Well, I've only managed to get one game in on the new patch, as Lee Sin, and I think so far the changes haven't impacted too much. I think it may kind of like downplay his ability to escape ganks and stuff like that, or escape other things, because he's not able to ward W infinitely anymore because he has 14 seconds CD by now, and then you have to buy a lot of CDR and stuff like that. So I think his basic kit has obviously not been changed, and especially if you use your W on champions, you still get the full CD down, like, or halve it basically, and it's actually lower than prior to the patch.
How would you rate your performance throughout the whole split? Your first one in the LCS?
I don't know. I can't really put too much thought into it. The thing is that I think that I did kind of well for a rookie. I think our team did kind of well for rookies because that's our first season and we've never been on this kind of stage or in this kind of format. It's really hard to adapt to because you have to basically prepare for each week, have to get into games. Even if you played them 3 times already, you still got to bring out new stuff, which is kind of weird for a challenger team that has been adapting to a lot of tournaments where you face people you may not even see them again ever. So I think we did kind of well. We could have placed really much higher because we really did a lot of stupid stuff in the beginning of the season where we threw a lot of games, remembering like the SK game in the first week, then we threw another game where it's Rocket in like the 6th week or something like that. That overall we could have had more wins and less losses and maybe placed higher and maybe even secure playoff spot. I mean a next season spot in the top 2. How
do you think you will perform in the playoffs?
I think we'll do fairly fine because we've been practicing harder the last weeks, at least upcoming to this week. So we think that we have huge potential and we've yet to fulfill it. So we've seen the playoffs, and I think that will be the time where we'll shine because that's kind of this format that we are used to from the challenger scene, having a tournament that decides a lot.
Anything in specific that you're going to work on in the time until playoffs?
Especially mechanics. I think that a lot of our players could be way better in terms of laning and stuff like that, which basically comes down to individual mechanics, individual skill. And if people pick up the solo queue again and play a lot more, they may be able to get back to that level. Even I've been slacking somewhat, that my ability to make plays has been a bit less, which also comes down to playing less solo queue. And I think right now we're adapting to that again and really trying to put the extra effort in, which is like this 110% that we need to actually become a top tier team.
And there is this new jungler item in the new patch notes. Do you have any opinion on it already?
The thing is, it doesn't make sense for a lot of junglers, but it makes sense for some junglers that have not seen the sunlight yet. Something like Xin Zhao has been underdog, who really skates well with attack speed and AD, especially when he gets this extra magic damage off, which kind of works like Wit's End, obviously. Like he would scale really well, and junglers that basically are based off of attack speed and not of AD will shine through. But for those junglers that are like popular right now, Eve, Lee Sin, let's say Elise, and maybe even Kha'Zix, the item doesn't make too much sense.
Anything you want to say to the fans?
Well, thank you for supporting us, and support us through the playoffs piece as well, because we really need that support.
Thank you very much for the interview. Best of luck in the rest of your Super Week, which is only one game left.
Thank you.